afternoon. Today we are going to take our last chapter, our 8th chapter, the paths traversed by life. Okay, so previous two chapters, 6th chapter and 7th chapter, we have studied about genetics, genetic engineering, and all those topics we have, DNA, all those things we have studied in the 6th and 7th chapter. In this chapter, we are going to study about the origin of life on Earth. So, I think you have heard about so many theories regarding the origin of life on Earth. Really, there are so many theories existing related to the origin of life on Earth, or how life originated on Earth. And we all know that in now our world, and we are seeing different kinds of animals, plants, everything we are seeing around us. But whether any time, whether you have think about when the first life originated on Earth, or how the life originated on Earth. So for that, there are some scientific evidences and there are some theories related to the origin of life on Earth. The first theory, for you to study, there are so many theories. There are so many theories existing in this world related to the origin of life on Earth. But for you, the theory, there are some theories for you to study related to the origin of life on Earth. Among that, the first theory you're going to study is about the panspermia theory. According to this theory, life has originated in somewhere, in some part of the universe, and in some other part of the universe, and accidentally reached on Earth. And some organic substances that got from the Earth is the evidence for that. So, according to panspermia theory, life has originated somewhere in the universe and accidentally reached on the Earth. That's about the panspermia theory. But after some time, that theory was discarded because there came another theory, that is chemical evolution theory. So this theory was more evidence related to the origin of life. Chemical evolution theory explained more evidences than the panspermia theory. So as this chemical evolution theory explained more evidences than the panspermia theory, chemical evolution theory was accepted by the scientific world. Okay, so the scientific world accepted the chemical evolution theory, and the panspermia theory was discarded. The reason for that is more evidences was explained in the chemical evolution theory. So according to the chemical evolution theory, and the two scientists explained the chemical evolution theory, that is A.I. Oparin in 1924 and J.B.S. Haldane in 1929. These two scientists explained the chemical evolution theory. So, A.I. Oparin and J.B.S. Haldane explained the chemical evolution theory, and this theory has more evidences than the panspermia theory. And according to the chemical evolution theory, life originated on Earth after a series of chemical reactions that occurred in the water. You all know that before the origin of life, the Earth was fully surrounded with the Earth consists of about 70% of the Earth is water. And in that water, what happened? Chemical reactions occurred. After the series of chemical reactions, for millions of years, it occurred in the water. As a final result of these chemical reactions, what happened? Life originated on Earth. Step by step, life originated on Earth. So now we can see what are the points coming under the chemical evolution theory. We can see that the points coming under chemical evolution theory. So Here you can see the atmosphere of primitive Earth. That in earlier period, the primitive Earth, how was the atmosphere? Only some gases was existing at that time. That means oxygen was not there in the primitive Earth. Gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, methane, ammonia, water vapor, hydrogen sulfide, etc. Were existed, and no free oxygen was in the no free oxygen was present in the atmosphere of the Earth. Only some gases were present in the Earth. Then after that, what happened? The thunder and the lightning, thunder and lightning, and ultraviolet violet radiations was the volcanic eruptions occurred. Then condensation of water vapor present in the atmosphere and the resulting incessant rain led to the formation of oceans. And what happened? High thunder and lightning occurred, and water vapors present in the atmosphere and resulting in the rain. And what formed after the rain? Oceans were formed. Then after that, simple organic molecules formed in that oceans. And these are not taking within days or within months. Millions of years are taking for the change in the water because as a result of the chemical reactions. And which were the organic molecules formed? Amino acids, monosaccharide, nitrogen bases, fatty acids, etc. are the simple organic molecules formed. And after from the simple organic molecules, complex organic molecules are formed. Protein, polysaccharide, nucleotides, lipids, etc. are the complex organic molecules. And after the complex organic molecules were formed, nucleic acid, lipid layer, etc. were formed. After that, finally, what formed? The primitive cell arrived on Earth. A single cell which has the ability to divide continuously formed on the Earth. So first formed the single cell that formed on the Earth. Then, according to this theory, chemical reactions occurred on Earth for millions of years and life originated on Earth. So after that, scientists Urey and Miller done an experiment in the laboratory, which they recreated the primitive Earth atmosphere. Urey, and the experiment name is Urey-Miller experiment. So Urey and Miller recreated the primitive Earth and done the experiment regarding the chemical evolution theory. And finally, the result was they got an organic molecule. As they got an organic molecule after the chemical reactions, that gave more acceptance for the chemical evolution theory because it's an evidence. So that gave more and more acceptance for the chemical evolution theory. Now we can see the Urey-Miller experiment. Urey and Miller conducted the experiment in the laboratory, recreating the primitive Earth, the setup of the primitive Earth. So in the primitive Earth, we told that no free oxygen was there, only some gases was existing at that time. For this experiment, they taken methane, ammonia, and water vapor in a glass flask. And in the case of instead of thunder and lightning, here the energy used is electric energy and heat energy. So in the place of natural energy sources like thunder and lightning in the atmosphere of primitive Earth, the high voltage electricity was passed through the gaseous mixture in glass flask. You can see the gaseous mixture present in the glass flask. Then this gaseous mixture was cooled with the help of a condenser, and there it was cooled by the rain. Here the gaseous mixture was cooled with the help of a condenser. The sediment substances were separated. So after cooling, some substances get deposited in that glass flask, and that was separated. And then the sediment substances were separated, and when observed, organic molecules such as amino acids were formed. So after the experiment, they got the organic molecule, that is the amino acid. What is amino acid? Amino acid is the basic unit of the protein. So amino acid is an organic molecule they got. Then later other scientists designed similar experiments and more organic compounds were synthesized. So like this, so many other scientists also conducted the experiment and they got more organic compounds. This finally gave more acceptance to the apparent Haldane hypothesis or experiment. So Apparent and Haldane done the experiment. Sorry, not done the experiment. They explained the chemical evolution theory. Regarding that, the primitive Earth atmosphere was recreated by the which scientists Urey and Miller. And Urey and Miller conducted the experiment, and they proved that apparent and Haldane's chemical evolution theory has more evidences. So they also recreated the primitive Earth atmosphere, and they done the step-by-step chemical reactions that have happened in the primitive Earth. And as a result of that, here the Urey-Miller got an organic molecule as occurred in the primitive Earth. Here the Urey-Miller got an organic molecule, that is acid. So what has proven chemical evolution theory is has more acceptance because it is having evidence. So apparent Haldane chemical evolution theory has got more and more acceptance. Then next is about the geological time scale that I have told you. The life originated on Earth and it has taken millions of years to reach what we are now. So now Earth, what we are now, not only we human beings are living on this Earth, and it's a biodiversity we can see around us. That means different kinds of plants, animals, everything we can see, microorganisms, everything is present on the Earth. Before that, before all these things, what is the primitive Earth, there was no organisms was there, and the single cell formed on the primitive Earth due to so many reactions, and after that, so many years has taken to reach like this. So we can see the geological time scale regarding the origin of life on Earth. How from a single cell, now how the it reached into the biodiversity we are seeing now. Now also the scientists are making so many researches regarding this. How the from the single cell we have reached the biodiversity. So on this picture you can see the prokaryotes, eukaryotes. Likewise, you can see that the first life, primitive cell, originated on Earth 3,800 million years ago. So it has or life originated on Earth. The single cell, primitive cell, originated on Earth 3,800 million years ago. After that, what has origined? Prokaryotes. Prokaryotes means you have studied in your previous classes earlier, 8th standard and 9th standard already. You have studied that is prokaryotes are the organisms in their cell nucleus is absent. So after the primitive cell, what arrived? The prokaryotes arrived. From the prokaryotes, about 1,500 million years ago, eukaryotes formed. Eukaryotes, how eukaryotes? Eukaryotes are the organisms having a nucleus in the center of the cell. After that, a colony of group of eukaryotes formed, and that results in the multicellular organisms. So the multicellular organism reached on our Earth or evolved on our Earth 1,000 million years ago, only the multicellular organisms reached on, arrived on our Earth. This is about the geological time scale, how life originated on Earth, how many million years has taken for each chemical reaction that we have seen now in the geological time scale. Next, about the evolution theories. Evolution theories, I have earlier told you, so many scientists explained so many theories, not only regarding the origin of life, but also about the evolution also. From the evolution, we are studying about, we are getting the thread about the origin of life and all. So, the evolution theory, one of the scientists explained the theory. Evolution theory is Lamarck. A Lamarck theory is known as Lamarckism. According to the Lamarck, what is the characters developed during the lifetime of organism are called acquired characters. So the characters we are gaining in our lifetime is the acquired characters. And according to Lamarck, these acquired characters get deposited and that result in the formation of a new species. So Lamarck explained that the characters we are getting during our lifetime will get deposited and a new species will be formed. And Lamarck told that earlier giraffe was having short neck, and due to the scarcity of food, giraffe at that time giraffe tried to get the food from tall trees. So as a result of that, their neck became long. So they acquired that character, and that characters get deposited and it get transmitted to the next generation as tall necked giraffe that we are seeing now. But that theory was discarded. Lamarck's theory was discarded because there was no evidence regarding this Lamarck's theory. Acquired characters will not get transmitted from one generation to another generation. Only those characters that is present in our gene, only they get transmitted from one generation to another generation. Acquired characters are the characters we are getting in our lifetime, that we are gaining during our lifetime. Such characters will not get transmitted from one generation to another generation. So because of this reason, Lamarckism, the theory of Lamarck, scientist Lamarck was discarded. Is it clear for you? So I think up to this, we are finishing today's class. Up to this, I think you have understood. If you are having any doubt regarding this chapter, you can clear it to the WhatsApp. Okay, read the chapter very well. Okay, thank you.